So yesterday, I got this inner frame rail patch kind of welded in. I'm using a stick welder at the moment, but you can see like where I welded on the outside of it from the heat marks on the inside, but see how tight the panel is to the original. I'm gonna cut these out later to match, but I had to flip the frame over so I can weld all this up. Using the stick, even though this is kind of thick stock, I didn't want to burn through it, so that's why I'm welding on both sides. I think I got about halfway through there. I mean, you can still see the line here where it didn't weld all the way through, except for in a couple spots. So I'm going to come back and weld on this side. Also, that flipping the frame will let me get to this side now. So right now I'm making this piece for the outside. I'm gonna, once it's made, I'm gonna trim the frame down to fit, and then I'll make this inner piece and do like I did down here. I haven't welded in the outer piece down here yet, because I want to get inside all that and try to get as much of the rust either out or treated before I close it up. Of course, this doesn't match the exact profile. I can come back and cut it back later, but I wanted to give access for now. So that's what we're gonna fix up there. This side of the frame is actually in better shape, but it's still pretty eaten up. I mean, it's pretty solid on the corner here, but it's eaten up through here and on the inside through here, and then right here is where it's gone all the way through. So I'm just gonna replace that whole piece. Well, about halfway through. I mean, even though it's pitted here, it's nice and solid on the other side. I don't like the pits, but I don't want to cut the frame up and then have to make a big mess trying to get everything back in. Like, I don't want to cut all of that out. I think if I come up to about here, be good, and then probably taper it down over like that. To about here is where it gets solid again. This on the back side of here isn't pitted at all. It's just I'm not sure what was sitting right here. I think the bed was about here. The bed was full of crap and dirt, and it had holes in it, so it probably just kept this moist, even though it was undercover. It was under a leaky roof, so that's probably what has eaten all that up. And so that's on the dock today. We're gonna try to get this part knocked out, have the patch made for it, cut the frame out to fit the patch, and depending on what time I end up getting that all done, I'll start working on the inner piece. So hopefully by end of tomorrow, that side is going to look just like this side, where it's half cut out of the outer frame with the inner one. And then, so tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, I'm gonna try to patch up where this is eaten up, that flange, fix that, straighten it out like I did the other side, and then I'm probably going to start working on patching up where they cut out for the brakes and stuff there, to make that more solid. That should about wrap up the frame, at least the prep work for it, to get ready for rust treating, and then once rust treating's done, I'll patch up the outer sides of the frame, the outer bottom corners there, weld those in, and then clean up as much as I can on the inside of the weld, because I won't be able to get to everything, but I'll have to burn it a little bit hotter, so I can get full penetration. I just was out of practice as I was welding this. It's been probably 2 years since I started welding, or since I was last welding, and sticks are just, especially my cheap Harbor Freight stick welder isn't the greatest welder. At some point, I'm gonna have to get the TIG running, because it's really easy to burn through sheet steel when I start working on the cab. So I want to get the TIG for that. But so that's about it. I'll make another video as once all this is cut out and I got the new inner patch, and I'll make another video, and then probably another video after that with after I've patched up this center brace and the and where they cut out for the brakes.